Made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though. She like, they go. She like, they go. Okay. Okay. That knock. What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Popovich.
Popovich
TV. Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. And we in the end game because one of my favorite Rick Ross songs is Live Fast and Die Young. And I want to show you how you all look like beautiful stars tonight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they say we going to be living like this for the rest of our lives. Well, they going to be living like this for the rest of tonight. And you know they going to be banging this shit for the rest of our lives. So live fast and die young. Live fast and die young. Like, y'all get it. That's one of my favorite joints featuring him and Kanye West. You know what I mean? Like, and I started off with that because it's like, you know, some people take that literally and they really try to run amok and live it up. And real side note, because it's my show, you know, when I used to play that song driving, you know, in the car with my ex, she didn't like the song. And not because the lyrics wasn't fire. You know what I mean? Because the lyrics is fire on the song by both of them, let's be clear. But because the chorus is telling people to live fast and die young. And again, you can take that in the literal sense and just go out in a blaze like there's no tomorrow and, you know, tomorrow will never come. Or you can take it in the sense how I took it. And that's just to not live in fear, to not be scared to take risks and take chances and put it out there and put yourself out there. You know what I mean? And there's no reward for the people that's not going to take no chances. Like, you know what I mean? You have to be in it to win it. Like my Uncle Jay would say, like money. Can I have some? You have to be in it to win it. That's number one. You're not going to win anything if you're not in. So it don't mean live reckless and just do anything, because tomorrow is not promised and life is short. Even if you get 80, even if you get 90, you know what I mean? Like 1 minute you're 11, next minute you're 21, next minute you're 45. You know what I mean? And that's if you're blessed to live long and I mean, and have a fruitful life. Which brings us to a YouTuber, a scammer, a businessman, however you want to view him. You know, Umi, the Hellcat. And like a lot of these people, I don't know who they are, and that's not being funny. Normally I say I'm being funny, but I'm not. So I'm not being funny. I just never heard of him. It's a lot of people I never heard of, you know what I mean? And apparently he found a loophole in pirating cable, whatever the word is used initially. And then he, you know what I mean, he parlayed that into some real estate and some other businesses. He's a brother from out of Philly in his 30s, you know what I mean, late 30s, mid 30s. And they gave him 5.5 years in the feds, right? So I seen the story. I said, damn, you know what I mean? Made to pay, not restitution, but forfeited over 30 million back. Lost a couple of, you know what I mean, assets, his Bentley, Ferrari, Lamborghini, and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, make money, you know what I mean? Like, more money. Yeah, more money. And, you know, whether he's a scammer, a con artist or not, and some may look at him in that way because now he's convicted. You could say initially he probably found a way to get over, and this is a capitalized, you know, a capitalist country, not capitalized. It's a capitalist country, and People gonna find ways to get over. Some is illegal, some is not. Some you may be doing something that's not illegal. Then they change the law, say, oh, Spanish nigga, Dominican or whatever he is. Some people saying he black, some people saying he Dominican, he's Spanish, he's Latino. You know what I mean? That he found the way to get millions and they didn't like that. You know what I mean? And I seen one little clip. So like I said, I'm not really familiar with him. He got a lot of nice cars outside his little mansion or his little house and shit. It looked like a mini mansion out in Jersey. You know what I mean? So I guess he didn't go far from where he grew up at. Couple of early cases, you know what I mean, of Yakisobe and Chili Con Con as a teenager in his early 20s. And then this is the DA too. Like when you go look at the story and shit online and you Google it. So the DA say he's a smart guy. Like he definitely amassed to something he wasn't supposed to be. And then you got people in the comments like he did good for himself. He caught the bag. And if you are gonna, break the law, whether you know or not, and ignorance is no excuse to the law because they will prosecute you to the full extent. Like 50 Cent said, I don't say only God could judge me because I see things clear. Quick, these crackers would give my black ass 100 years if they can. And I'm sure they could have gave him more. You know what I mean? I don't think that the state got anything to do with the feds. I was going to say maybe because he wasn't a first-time offender. 5.5 in the feds. I've never been in the feds. As y'all know on the channel, I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that I was right, yet to fail. And I definitely know what it's like, to be locked up, unfortunately. And so to be away from his kids, I hear one is special needs. The thing is, a lot of these white-collar crimes, they label them blue-collar, white-collar, because of the magnitude of the money that these people swindle, the Ponzi scams and shit like that. And you see right now in New York, the two major banks, Silicon and the other one, Silicon Valley, is closed down. It's another topic. And you say, is it worth it to do 5.5 years or, people saying good time, to when you read, he told the judge, right before I guess they carried him out in the cuffs, apologized to his family, he said this, told the judge he saved his life. Now that story is yet to be seen because there's no guarantee you're going to come out of prison. For those that, been inside prison, obviously that's the worst case scenario, you know what I mean? But, sometimes money can be the cure to all. He not broke. They did take a lot of his assets. He does have to pay $11 million in restitution, but he's still going to come out with a couple dollars. And now it seems like he found the way. They said he got 800,000 followers, close to 1 million followers on YouTube. His channel is still doing well. I'm sure he'll be able to figure it out. Sometimes we have to take a major setback in order to have a major comeback. It's not to say all be all. I mean, it doesn't help when you flashing and you doing things like that. And it's like Ghost and Ray said, them niggas must have been stupid. Tell me how the fuck niggas got caught with all that loot, kid. That's jet money, underground money, submarines and things. Too bad you fucked up, dummies. Sometimes we are our own worst enemy. And like Chris Rock said, I just quoted this in the Sierra video. Go see my last video, with the special selective outrage. Attention and validation from motherfuckers that don't know you is at an all-time high. Like the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. And the need to be seen and look at me and I'm doing well. Now, that's not to say, when John Gotti, was it Al Capone, went down for tax invasion and, not paying taxes. And he had to pay the IRS as well. You're going to go down eventually if you don't get out. And even if you do get out, if it's, if the limits of statutory is still within grasp, then, you will get caught and they will, the long arms of the law will reach out. But the thing is, like 50 Cent also once said, for people that's doing, violent crimes, I'll say, and no crime is crime is crime. Obviously, you break the law, and the quote Noriega, you hate the law, nigga, break it. I don't care. But when you get caught, remember that I don't care. So you could break the law, but the thing is when you just like a robber or you're a hustler, if you ain't amassed a lot of money, in the case of he did, I think he made something close to 100 million. You know what I mean? He had to give, obviously give back the 30 or forfeit or whatever. He still got a couple dollars though. And obviously I can't put a dollar amount on it. And again, once you go to prison, there's no guarantee you're going to come out. But money can remedy a lot of things in life. We know that once you have money, then that's the financial freedom. Your car break down, you don't worry about that. Something happens, in your family, somebody need medical help. Insurance won't cover it. You don't worry about that. Schooling, you don't worry about that. Vacation and flying and having homes and, having a lap of luxury. And that's why a lot of people look up to and dare I say worship some of these fake gods and queens and, these entertainers that they make their gods. You know what I'm saying? The little G. All praises due to the Most High. I'm talking about the little G's. Like this is for the G's and this is the little G's. They put them on a pedestal because they have, parlayed away and they use their intellectual property or whatever it is. They just figured out how to get the bag and they're a bag chaser and they become rich and famous and they can hop on jet planes and Bentleys, Ferraris and all that shit. And the regular people, they just the ordinary people and they struggling just to get by, You say you go to prison, because you have money, you may have the killers and gorillas like want to put the thumb on you. And then you'll have the other tough guys because it's always tough guys. Like he said in Avengers, the first one, when he said, there's no one like me, Loki that is. And the old man stood up and said, there's always somebody like you. There's always other gorillas and killers that'll be like, nah, he's with us now. Like you under us now. And that's a pun reference. You know what I mean? Packing the mag in the back of the hat. You under us now. And so the other killers and the gorillas, whoever's the toughest or get the spoils. And the spoils would be somebody like him that maybe not be tough or tougher than some of the other people that got life and running around. And if that's the case and he can come home, to still have a couple dollars, you think of what, Kevo, Bandman, and anybody that does white collar crimes, a lot of times they come home to the money, if they can get out. But is it worth it? And I'll say everything is not for everybody. You can figure out a way to amass millions, or maybe you won't. But, time away from your family and going to jail, again, you can be doing something that's not illegal, but then it becomes illegal. And also being flashy on the internet don't help. But those just some of my thoughts. I know the brother, wish him well. I'm not a hater. He figured it out. Hopefully he get back and he figure it out again and get more money. That's my vibe with it. But the thing is, you got to be held accountable. And if you get caught, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. But you know what it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up and here one more again. Yeah, kid.